Welcome back. Well, it's Lung Cancer Awareness Month along with Men's Health Month. And we have Dr. Daryl Perlstein here who's going to talk to us about their screening program. Well, welcome. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about Lung Cancer Awareness Month and why is this month specified as that?
Well, I think it's important just to draw attention to lung cancer. In many ways, lung cancer is the great neglected healthcare crisis in our country.
Wow.
And I think many strides are being made to draw attention to it and improve the treatment and care and overall survival from lung cancer.
Wow. Well, you know what? Talk to me a little bit about lung cancer and some of the issues that you're seeing these days.
Well, the issue, in my opinion, is that we got to catch it early.
Okay.
Lung cancer is really no different than any other of the cancers that people are more familiar with, in the sense that it's curable if you catch it early.
Right.
We all know people that have survived breast cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer. Lung cancer is thought of a little differently in the sense that if you got it, people think that it's more or less fatal. That's completely untrue. If you catch lung cancer early, which we can with screening programs, it's just as curable as any of the other types of cancers people are more familiar with.
So talk about screening. At what point is it necessary for you to be screened?
So obviously you don't want to screen everybody for lung cancer because you're going to cause more problems than you correct. You pick up incidental nodules, you expose patients to radiation. However, if you screen people that are at high risk for lung cancer, mainly smokers, the chances of finding a nodule when it's early, a cancer when it's early and curable, is extremely high.
You know, there was always a lot of talk about secondhand smoke and how we would be exposed to it on an ongoing basis. Do people like that need to worry about it?
There's a slight increased risk of lung cancer in patients that have been exposed to lots of secondhand smoke, but it's minimal compared to what smokers are exposed to.
Okay. All right. And then let's talk about currently what you're looking at from a smoking perspective. I mean, it's not just cigarettes anymore. There's a variety of other things that people are smoking. I know it's fairly new, but what are you hearing and seeing now?
Well, I have whole talks and that's actually a different topic where we talk about vaping and the dangers of it.
Okay.
You know, in my opinion, vaping is smoking 2.0. It's been repackaged and rebranded, but it's basically the same thing.
Okay.
Many of the same dangers, and in fact, some new dangers. You know, our children, I'm a father, I have 2 teenagers we're exposing our children to. But in terms of cigarette smoking, tobacco smoking, what we're talking about, there have been many national trials in the United States, in Europe. It shows that if people are screened annually with a CT scan, it's one X-ray study a year.
Okay.
And you're screening the appropriate people, and there's a set of criteria for those people, you're going to pick up almost all the cancers when they're early and at a curable stage.
That's great. That's great. Is it covered by insurance?
Yes, it is. So because of the national trials, Medicare covers it, all the major private insurance companies cover it as long as you're in the appropriate category for risk.
Okay. Now, Hoag has a brand new offering regarding screening, so tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Hoag has been screening patients. We have the most robust screening program and have had it for 10 years, but now we found that a lot of the people in our community and even a lot of the docs in our community were a little bit unclear who's appropriate to be screened, and we were having trouble bringing patients back if they had one negative scan, but bringing them back year after year because that's where the benefit is. So now we actually employ a nurse practitioner. We have a lung cancer screening program, and you can actually call into the program, find out if you're an appropriate person to be screened, and if you are, we'll follow you through the whole process.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds great. But I know you said, at what point were you going to call in to a nurse? When should someone do that?
I think anybody who has a history of smoking, who's concerned that they might be at high risk, they should either talk to their doctor or they can call us directly, and we can counsel them to learn if they're an appropriate person to be screened.
What are some of the other causes of lung cancer?
Well, obviously, people develop lung cancer who have not smoked. That's an increasing percentage of people. It's about 20%, somewhere between 15 and 20% at this point, okay? People talk about radon, people talk about secondhand smoke, people talk about asbestos, but nothing is as significant as cigarette smoking.
Okay, and is this someone that's been smoking for a long period of time?
Yeah, so the cutoff point seems to be in people that have had an exposure of what we call 30 pack years. So a pack year is 1 pack a day, every day for a full year. So somebody who smokes 2 packs a day will smoke a pack year in 6 months. Somebody who smokes half a pack a day will smoke a pack here in 2 years. But it's a quantitative measurement of how much exposure somebody has to cigarette smoke.
So if somebody smoked 1 cigarette a day for 30 years, then what it would be?
It would be small.
Yeah,
It'd be
okay,
small.
okay, because my mother smoked for a very long time.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Social smokers, yeah, the risk isn't there for social smokers.
Oh, okay.
Which may be fortunate, but there are lots and lots of people that have smoked 30 pack years. And right now we're learning that only about 4% of the people in the United States that should be screened are screened. 4%, which is extremely small numbers. So what we're hoping to is to increase that number and find more people with early stage lung cancer when it's curable.
So you now have the screening process that we mentioned. You know, if you do give talks and you are talking to other physicians, is that something that you're recommending, obviously, for others, if only that small amount is being screened? How do you get the word out?
By coming on shows like this and talking and hoping that people will sort of learn that this risk is out there.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much for the information. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
It is Lung Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So whatever we can do to help spread the word, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And then if you have any questions about what we talked about here today, you can go to hoag.org/cancer, or you can dial 949-7-CANCER. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you.
Thank you.